So hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It is literally my favorite time of year. It's Too Hot to Handle season. Season 3 dropped yesterday on Netflix, and I watched the first 4 episodes. I kind of analyzed it. I took a lot of notes, and I am here to give you my opinion on this first half of the season. A lot of things happen, and there's a lot to cover, so I'm not gonna be making a very long intro. I'm just gonna go straight into a video. But before that, I'm just gonna ask you to like and subscribe and comment and whatever interaction you can do with this video. It really helps me out. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into this season. Season 3 was actually filmed just right after season 2, which is so weird to me because that means these people have been keeping this a secret for so long. I cannot imagine keeping a secret for that long, but I've never kept a secret in my entire life. So I'm actually very bad at keeping secrets. Okay, so a new batch of singles arrived to the island, to the villa, and I'm just gonna go do a speed round with my first impression on them. So yeah, let's get into this. Holly, that's Francesca. I literally, when she walked in, I thought Francesca was walking in again. So, yeah, I thought maybe season 1 did not work out from Francesca, so she's coming back for season 3. Izzy, I don't know why, but I get the feeling this girl should be on Love Island. I don't know why. I just looked at her and said, this girl looks like she could be on Love Island. Nathan, I love him. Literally, I saw him and I was like, this guy is so cute. He reminds me of someone, but I cannot put my finger on it. It's been just cracking my brain for 24 hours. I cannot place him. I know he reminds me of someone, and I don't know if it's another famous person or just someone I know in my life. Truth, those tattoos. Oh my god, I looked at him and I was like, this boy is trouble. This boy is trouble. Enter Bo, and I was like, this girl is from England. She looks like she's from England. She is from the UK. So I was right on that. But she just, you don't want to be stereotypical with people, but that girl embodies every single girl in the UK. Harry, I thought he was the cutest. When he walked in, I was like, oh my god, I would totally go for him. He's so cute. Patrick, everyone said he looked like Jason Momoa. I literally saw him and I was like, this is Taylor Lautner in Twilight. If someone would have curled that awful wig. Georgia, beautiful. I looked at her and I was like, that's the kind of girl, if you're in a friend group with her, you got no chance. You're going out and everyone's gonna be after her. She just has a energy. When you can see someone's energy through a screen, that's a lot. So Georgia, amazing, beautiful. Georges, Steven, Machine Gun Kelly. Literally came in and I was like, what is Machine Gun Kelly doing in a singles show when he should be home with his beautiful soon-to-be bride Megan Fox? I actually love to see a guy that's kind of punk rock, because you get every other guy in this TV show, just even in season 1 and season 2, they've been very stereotypically F-boys, looking fine, going to the gym, that type of person. So I love to see Stefan here and kind of bring a different vibe to the whole villa. We love to see it. I love a Machine Gun Kelly bad boy, so yeah. When he came in, I was like, Harry, move aside. This is my new favorite. Jazz, queen. Honestly, beautiful, gorgeous girl. Obviously, all these singles have no idea that they have signed up for Too Hot to Handle, so they get that 10-hour grace period when the rules do not apply. They can kind of get to know each other and just feel themselves. We see a lot of potential couples kind of forming. We get Truth and Easy, which actually they did kiss. But then also we get Truth and Jazz. They're kind of vibing. They got a nice thing going on, a nice vibe going on. We get Nathan and Holly. They're strong. They like each other. They're having the greatest time ever. So that's a potential couple. Then we get the Georgia love square, literally. Georgia, she is really feeling Steven and Harry, and then there's also Patrick, who is really feeling Georgia, literally. There was this one thing where Patrick was talking to Steven, and he was like, oh, Georgia's so beautiful. Her eyes are amazing. They're this like green and brown and red. And Stefan literally goes to Georgia and says that exact thing. I love that. He is the baddest. That's when you realize boys lie. Literally, you cannot trust man. After they get to know each other, they play this like game where everyone is like kissing everyone. Like there's no point in the game. It's just like draw an X on their body and it's like, who's gonna kiss me now? Hot people are different. They live their lives differently than the rest of us. In the middle of this beautiful, beautiful party, they do drop the Elena bomb. Everyone realizes they're in the most horrible place that they could ever think of, too hot to handle. The episode kind of ends with everyone being super, super disappointed and in shock, basically in shock that they have landed on this god-awful reality TV show. Everyone's pretty disappointed, but I think the people most disappointed here are our first rule breakers, Izzy and Georgia, who decide that actually they're gonna break every single rule and someone has to be the first one to break them, so they decided to break them together and they kiss. And that's how the episode ends. By episode 2, everyone wakes up, they're frustrated, still very much in shock, still very much trying to see what's going on. Everyone talks about breaking the rules. Everyone's kind of like feeling each other and talking until Lana calls them into the cabana. Basically, Lana announces that the rules have been broken and that there was a kiss which cost them $3,000. And in the end, they find out, Georgia fesses up, like, oh my god, it was me. I think it was very good of her. She was like, I kissed someone, but I'm not going to name them because that's for them to do. I really like that strategy. I think she did the right thing, especially because it wasn't like a real connection. It was just her wanting to break the rules. And Izzy ends up fessing up as well. And everyone knows that they broke the rules. And some people are a little bit more frustrated than others. That's something that I really don't like. Like, a lot of the guys were like, oh my god, I don't even care. I just wish I was there to watch it. And I don't like that. Those comments to me, I hate them. They make me super uncomfortable. Like, you should be mad, you know? Yeah, I did not enjoy those comments. After that, they go into the first workshop, and it's kind of like a intimacy workshop where they have to pair up and do this like poses, very like intimate poses. And I think the purpose of this is, oh, look, you can be intimate without having doing the nasty. I always thought that you could choose who you get paired with. Like, literally everyone just kind of sits down and is like, oh, do you want to do this workshop with me? Apparently not. Apparently they're paired by the producers, which I should have seen that coming. Literally, that's how reality TV show worked. But yeah, I thought they could choose. So I'm actually, it's an eye-opener. Let's just say that. And a lot of people were kind of feeling their partners and others weren't. But I really want to make emphasis on Jazz and Truth. Like, Jazz and Truth, they get paired together. Now that I know that producers are making these matches, everything makes sense, because at the beginning I could not for the life of me understand why Truth chose Jazz over Izzy, but apparently they were paired like that. When they're in the workshop, Truth tells Jazz that he doesn't really like Izzy that much and that he wants to explore a relationship with Jazz, and he's basically kind of lets her know that he is in on this relationship and not really feeling Izzy. So that was like, that was a lot. But after the workshop is done, we get what I think is the best storyline of the whole episode. First, we can see that Patrick and Stefan are kind of having a conversation, and Patrick kind of lets Stefan know that he is not going to pursue Georgia, that he did not like the fact that she kissed someone and then kind of like didn't come clean right away. And we kind of get the sense that Patrick is not going to pursue Georgia anymore. And he kind of tells Stefan, yeah, you should go for her, but you know, she likes a bad boy, and maybe you should act more like a bad boy. Maybe you should kind of go after Bo so that you can look like a bad boy. and Georgia is gonna be like more interested in you. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah, I believe everything that's going on. I was mistaken. Patrick literally finishes that conversation, goes into a confessionary, and is like, nah, I'm just getting him out of the way. I have bigger plans. That was amazing. That was so, so good. And Patrick literally, he picks up a guitar and he serenades Georgia. You could see Georgia wanting to die. That girl wanted to be anywhere else but where she was. That girl was like, get me out of this situation. It was great. It spooked her out so much. That girl, honestly, she's a queen. I would have ran out. She is a diplomat. She was like, oh, that was really nice. She lied through her teeth, but basically decided that Patrick was maybe not it. And the funniest thing about this whole situation is that Stefan sees them and he's like, oh, I have been played. After Patrick serenades Georgia with the worst song, Patrick swears that works on people. I do not believe it. Stefan goes and he kind of like grabs Georgia for chat, and they're chatting, and he goes in for the kiss. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna mark my territory, and he's gonna break the rules, show Georgia that he cares. Kind of worked. So while all of this triangle thing was happening with Georgia, Patrick, and Stefan, Truth, he actually runs into Izzy and tells her that he is not really interested in Jazz and that he wants to pursue things with her. So he had literally said that at the beginning of the day to Jazz in the workshop, and then a few hours later he's telling Izzy, no, you know what, I want you, and I told Jazz. He then kisses her because obviously that's how you show someone you like that you like them. You first lie to them and then you kiss them. Everyone gets to bed. Izzy and Truth share a bed. Stefan and Georgia share a bed. But we see that Nathan and Holly are kind of like missing, and we find them in the pool. They're having a chat. They're having a lot of banter. I actually really like them as a couple. They decide to break the rules and kiss. And the episode ends like that, with them just kissing. And for episode 3, Lana reveals that people have broken the rules, and she says because everyone is breaking the rules, now everything is going to cost double. So the stakes are high. The first 2 people to kind of fess up to their crimes are Stefan and Georgia. Actually, Stefan, he's like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to say it. I kissed Georgia. I just really wanted to deepen the connection. He gives that whole speech, which is a speech that we have heard. If you've watched the last 2 seasons of Too Hot to Handle, then you know the speech by heart. I kissed them because I thought it was the right thing to do to deepen our connection. Like, he gives that speech. I don't think he really meant it. I actually think that he just kissed her to mark his territory. But Georgia apparently believes him because she is freaking out. Like, my girl does not do commitment. She literally hears Stefan being like, oh, deeper connection, and she runs for the hills. She's like, no. I like that because a lot of people coming into the show, they're like, oh, I'm a commitment phobe, but then will literally commit to someone the first day and make a scandal if they make a move on somebody else. So I love that Georgia is staying true to being a commitment phobe and getting really spooked when Stefan says things about a deeper connection. It's very fresh because it has not really happened on the show as much, which I thought was kind of weird because you're supposed to be a commitment phobe, and here you are literally committing to someone day one. After that, Holly and Nick, they fess up. They tell the group, yeah, we might have kissed. And you know, we've been watching the show. We saw a kiss, but then we find out that they have actually kissed 5 times. That is insane to me because they literally have no respect for the rules whatsoever. Either that or they're so loud that they get caught every single freaking time. They go into the confessionary and they're like, oh yeah, we kissed 5 times. And you should not do that. Maybe they did not see you. There are a lot of rules. I don't know if you've ever seen videos of this, but there are a lot of rule breaks that are not documented. So when they go to like the cabana and they don't want to confess to things, and everyone is looking guilty, that's probably because they are guilty. So yeah, they fess up to 5 kisses, and they're under a lot of heat until there's a saying in Spanish that says las mentiras tienen patas cortas, which it's basically lies have short legs. They do not go very far. And truth, the fact that he is called Truth is what really kills me. He and Izzy gonna piss out like, yeah, we kiss, and then Jazz, my queen Jazz, she's like, wait a minute, you said that you like me and that you told Izzy that you didn't want something with her. And Izzy looks at Truth and says, you told me the exact same thing about her. All the lies are coming out, and Truth is there like, I did not lie to any of you. Like, boy, you're literally caught on camera. Like, that's what I don't think these people understand. Like, they are being filmed. You have to know that you're lying to people. But, that's okay, because we are getting 2 new additions to the group. So that's another chance for all of these very complicated people to make a deeper connection. So enter Obi and Olga, the 2 new additions to this group. Beautiful, beautiful people. They are told that they have to pick 2 people for a date, 1 people each. And the other thing is that these 2 do not know that they are on Too Hot to Handle. They still think that they're in a party, dating, reality TV show called Paradise Island, which, by the way, someone should do. Like, I can produce it. If anyone is willing to team up with me, then we could do like a very, very nice TV show. I would love to do that. Obi picks Jazz as his date, which I'm very, very happy that he picked Jazz. Number 1, because after the whole Truth debacle, Truth actually thought that he could have a chance with Jazz. I don't think I said this, but Truth literally said, yeah, I'm gonna go after Jazz. So the fact that Obi chose Jazz for a date makes me so happy. And also because for a second, I thought he might pick Georgia, and I would have been very upset. Because something that sometimes happens in this type of dating reality TV show is that everyone goes for the same girl. It happens a lot on Love Island, for example. Every season there's this one girl that everyone goes for, and it's getting boring. For a moment I thought Obi was gonna pick Georgia, and I was gonna get really, really mad that they did not do their homework and by choosing people that are gonna be attracted to different types of people. But then he chooses Jazz, and I'm over the moon. I actually really like it. And then Olga picks Nathan. I did not see that coming. I thought she was gonna pick somebody else. I don't know who exactly, but I did not see that one coming. But good for you. Fair enough. The dates, they go well. Like, they're actually pretty nice dates. Both Jazz and Nathan, they wait a long time to tell their dates that they're on Too Hot to Handle. They're really like feeling the conversation, really seeing where things are going. They do eventually end up telling them, you're on Too Hot to Handle, there's nothing you can do about it, we cannot kiss, we cannot touch. I wouldn't say they're like mind-blowing dates, to be honest, but they're okay dates. Back in the villa, Steven is kind of going in, he's like kind of talking to Georgia, kind of like trying to see what's going on with her because she's been at a little bit distance. And Georgia, she is spooked. She does not want this. She does not want a relationship. She thinks Steven is going a little bit too fast for her, and she kind of wants to slow down the whole relationship and kind of just be like, not just be friends, but she really wants to take a step back and explore other relationships. After that, Jazz and Nathan, they come back from their dates, and I love that oh my god, producers on a reality TV show are on another level. They literally split up the group into 2. Truth and a few people were in the bedroom, and they sent Jazz and Obi kind of like to the bedroom, and then Holly is in, I don't know, like a couch, like a living room with other people, and they sent Olga and Nathan there. That is amazing. I love that. They had no chill. They had just filmed season 2. They were tired, and they were like, you know what? You go there, you go there, have your drama. In the bedroom, Jazz and Obi are talking about how the day went really well, and then they actually really felt a connection or a potential connection that could be growing. And truth, he is on the verge of tears. He thought he could have a chance with Jazz, and he is realizing that maybe he missed that boat, that Jazz is not gonna have him. So he's actually quite sad. In the living room with the other group, Nathan and Olga, they're like, yeah, we had a good date, you know, it was fine. And then Nathan takes Holly for a chat, and Nathan says that all throughout the date he kind of really wanted to get back to Holly, and that date was kind of a test, and it only made his connection with her stronger, and he realized that he actually really liked Holly, which is a speech that I think we hear a lot. Basically, Nathan gives a whole, our relationship is gonna grow stronger from here. They don't kiss then, but then we cut to them just in the bedroom with Holly literally taking her shorts off and being a little suggestive. I'm not gonna lie. You know, things were going on there. But yeah, things happen, you know? I actually really like them. I love couples that break the rule. That's my toxic trait. I really like them. They're really growing on me. I think they're my favorite couple. Episode 4, we see what actually happened with Holly and Nathan. Like, somehow they decided that if they kissed through fabric, that was a loophole, which I can tell you right now it's not. Like, I don't know how they thought it could be. Like, those two have literally one brain cell that they share. There is no way that you can tell me that you actually thought that that was gonna work. But I love them for trying. Also, Patrick literally called Holly and Nathan out. He was like, oh, I heard someone moaning at night. I heard someone saying, you can't touch me. And Holly is like, oh no, I was saying you can't touch me. Like, literally that scene was beautiful. So after that, we see that Jazz is kind of like having a little bit of doubts about Obi. Like, they had a great date, but today she's having a little bit of trouble. She's saying that he would not be the type of guy that she would normally go for, and she's like, oh, he's not that tall. I actually have a few comments on that. I think if you're thinking, oh, he's not that tall, then you don't have that deep of a connection. Like, if you have a connection with someone, you're not thinking about those things. So the moment she said he's not that tall, I was like, oh, they're not gonna be a thing. That, like, they're gonna break up. Jess is not gonna pursue this relationship at all. Like, she's not feeling him. When you're looking at those type of things in a guy, then that means you don't really have a connection. At least that's kind of like what happens to me. If I'm very invested on, oh, how you look compared to what I think I want you to look like, it means that there's something else missing, which is a real connection. So I really feel for Jazz. There's a workshop after that, like after that confessionary of Jazz just saying like, oh, he's not that tall, where they kind of explore inner beauty. I thought that was kind of weird, the way they approached it, but it was a really fun workshop. They basically had a lot of paint, and they were like painting each other with their hands and their bodies, and everyone was having the greatest time. Like, literally, Bo and Harry, I love them. I ship them so hard. Like, them having a connection, just having a great time. You see them enjoying themselves and being really cute. I love that for them. I think this workshop was really, really good for them. But then on the other hand, we see Jazz being like, she is not having a good time. She's like, oh, I don't like getting messy. And you see that Jazz has a lot of problems, like letting go and being goofy and funny and just not thinking about how she is perceived by everyone else. I really do feel for her, I'm not gonna lie, I think it would be beautiful to have seen her just letting all that controlling and perfectionist ways go and just having fun. But she wasn't really feeling Ovi, and she is very much controlling and a perfectionist, so she was basically not having a good time. Another couple that really had a moment in the workshop were Olga and Stefan. After the whole thing with Georgia, he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for Olga. That's it. They really like each other. Like, I think they bounce off of each other. They have really fun conversations. They have a really good time with each other. I think they're not so serious. Evan, he's obviously like a bad boy. He wants to have a good time. He's here for a good time, and she's also here for a good time. So I really like him. Like, Stefan is so hot, and Olga is beautiful. After that, the whole group gets to have a party, a Birds of Paradise party. I love the themes of these parties. They're great. Everyone kind of dresses up as a bird, and they're having a great time. And again, we see Stefan and Olga kind of like sitting there being cock-blocked by Harry a little bit. And they're really trying to get rid of Harry, and they eventually get rid of Harry. And Stefan has got game. Like, my boy has got game. Damn, he is amazing. Like, I would have fallen for every single one of his tricks. Basically, Stefan is like, "Oh, you're so far away. Why don't you come sit with me?" And Olga goes on this because Olga, like, she might have introduced herself as ditzy, but my girl is not dumb. Like, she goes and she knows perfectly well what she's doing, and she kind of like sits with her legs on top of Stefan, and they're having banter, they're flirting, and they kiss, and it is the hottest kiss. Like, literally, that's a kiss worth $6,000. A lot of kisses not worth $6,000. That was worth every single penny. Yeah, that's a nice new relationship forming. I actually really like that relationship, and I am rooting for them. I don't think they're gonna last. Like, I think even if they last inside the villa, they would probably not last 2 weeks in the real world. But you know what? We don't care. I like them. Also, we see Jazz and Ovi talking, and she tells him that he is kind of like not his type. Just, she does not see him as a potential romance. It's kind of like Georgia did with Stefan. Jazz is doing with Ovi. Like, somehow on this season, all the girls are commitment phobes, basically. So she tells him that she's not feeling him as much, and it breaks my heart. It literally breaks my heart because Ovi seemed to really like her, and he seemed to really feel like they connected on that first date. So yeah, I do feel for him. Lana announces that there have been rules broken. Olga and Stefan, they confess. They're like, yeah, we kissed. This is so funny because obviously we know Holly and Nathan kissed through fabric. They're delusional because they're convinced that they did not get caught. There are no loopholes in Too Hot to Handle. This is not like a real thing. Like, literally, producers can make up rules whenever they want to. Like, if you think you found a loophole, they're gonna change it. They're gonna change the rule. After Stefan and Ola confess, Holly and Nathan think they're safe, and Lana is like, nope, no, you're not safe. There has been another rule break, and they eventually confess. They're like, we did this. Like, we kissed through fabric. Do you guys think that that's it? We thought it was a loophole, and everyone is just in shock. They're like, how dumb do you think Lana is? Like, how dumb are you? Literally, everyone is just looking at them, and they cannot believe what they're hearing. Honestly, when I saw what they were doing, I could not believe that they were doing it. So imagine someone telling you that. I would have killed them. Lana decides that Holly and Nathan are gonna face the ultimate test, and they're gonna get sent into the private suite. And once they're gone, Lana tells the rest of the group that they're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a little game. This is turning into Saw. Lana tells the group that they have a choice whether to trust that Holly and Nathan are not gonna break the rules or not. If they trust them and Nathan and Holly behave and don't break the rules, then all of the money is gonna be restored. They're gonna be at $200,000 again. But if they don't, like if the group trusts them and Holly and Nathan do break the rules, then Lana is gonna take another $57,000 off of the fund. If I was in this room, I would not trust them, especially because they don't know this. Like, Holly and Nathan have no idea that this is going on, because sometimes, you know, we've seen this in other seasons. The couple that is sent to the suite, they know that if they behave and if they're good, they're gonna get their money back. But Holly and Nathan have no idea, so I would not trust them. Somehow Patrick just convinces everyone that they should trust them, and they have a vote. And I love that, because literally 3 people raise their hands like, should we trust them? 3 people raise their hands, and the rest start raising their hands because they don't want to feel left out. Like, it's the 3-7. How are you being left out? These people are not great at math, literally. I think at the end, everyone but Harry and Jazz trust that Holly and Nathan are gonna behave. Kind of end the episode knowing that they trust these people, which to me is a mistake, but you know what? They might prove me wrong. I won't count on it, but yeah, that is where I'm gonna end this video. I'm literally gonna like edit this video and keep watching, because I really want to know if Holly and Nathan are behaving. I have not seen the rest of the episodes. I really wanted to kind of like watch half of the season and put this video out as soon as possible. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this season of Too Hot to Handle. I actually really like it. I think it's very interesting. So yeah, let me know down below what you think, and I will be seeing you very, very soon with a video on the second half of the seasons and my overall opinions on how the season ends, which I don't know yet. But yeah, I hope you liked it, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.